Welcome to Lore episode 105, everybody. How's it going? Big news. Big things just got announced this past week. That impeccable Lore Hero timing with the coming out the day before the big news came out. But we didn't know, by the way. We had no idea that they were going to announce these drums right then. If we did, we probably would have delayed the episode to be like, hey, look at that. A drum set. So we could talk about it. It should not be week-old news. But it is what it is.
And I could have been there. That'd been cool.
Yeah.
Also that.
You know what really sucked was, like, okay, so I missed last episode because I had so many meetings, right? And then as you guys started recording, 3 of them canceled at the same time.
That sucks, man.
Timing.
Wow. God.
Unpredictability.
Yep. Dude, I went to the landing page for the drums, and I didn't realize I had such a high-quality picture of what was shown in the... the reveal teaser reveal, I guess. I mean, there's that, this wasn't like a little thing, it wasn't like a big as big of a reveal. I mean, it was just kind of like a shadow bomb drop, really. But compared to the guitar reveal, which was just the neck first, and then like you see a little bit of the body and you can't tell what is, like what shape guitar is it going to be. It's very clear exactly what is being shown here.
I wonder if it's a guitar.
Seems to be. Nope. It's these very clearly use the Band Hero / Warriors of Rock drum pads.
Yeah,
and
there's actually a product SKU page where it just says coming 2026. I don't know if you guys have seen that yet, but it has like a very good high quality like rendering PNG, so you can look at it and like. It doesn't have any of the background fire and flames and
you see
shadowing.
You see everything. Oh yeah, there's that too. Yep. Oh, that looks good. That looks fucking good.
It literally looks just like
what the fuck?
The same type of stuff that they had back when they were doing the Band Hero drum kit. Like it's
wow. This is my first time seeing it like this.
Yeah, the DNA is all right there. Like the symbols look quite similar. Let me go grab a picture.
All I've been seeing this was the low ass quality Twitter video that I was like zooming in on and shit. So like now this, what the hell is that module?
Yeah,
that's not a Neo S. That's not a Neo S like whatsoever.
Like it looks maybe similar
it's the button dial from the cracked guitar.
It is. And it has an analog stick in the middle with
and then
like flat stick.
D-pad on the far left of it. And then, pause and share and all that stuff in the middle. Okay, but the button wheel is really interesting because it looks like that's also a analog stick. Because without a doubt, they want this.
That's just that, but with a
they wanted to be able to be used with pro drums on Fortnite Festival. But as far as I'm concerned, this has nothing to do with Fortnite Festival. Unless someone's not telling us something. I don't think so. I have no idea. Even Kyle himself was like, ooh, interesting.
Yeah.
He said, ooh, interesting. And you know how it goes when, when employees start tweeting from their personal accounts and it's directly involved with their line of work. It's
and
like, all right. Oh, did he know about it? Oh, he didn't know about it.
Get the elephant
does this
in the
mean
room,
Pro Drums is
address
coming?
me picture out. Yeah, we're employees of the sister company of Cracked. We didn't even know that they're revealing this shit. We knew that they existed. I'll peel back the curtain. We've known about drums for a while. But like, it was like less than 24 hours before they planned to reveal it. They're like, by the way, drums are getting revealed tomorrow. I'm like, huh?
We were like, what?
Way to keep us in the loop about that. So it was a surprise with that for us, but like we knew they were coming.
But the surprise paid off because the reception to this in comparison to the Sunburst, I think, was a lot better.
Yes.
Hey, you know what? 100%. This is one of 3 reveals that Cracked is doing before the end of 25. So there's 2 more.
We don't know what they are. Like, we just don't. We have no idea.
Well, I think I have hints about what that shit could be. One's pretty obvious, I think.
No, I know what they are. Let's say
I think it is pretty fucking obvious, and it's not rhythm game.
I know what they are.
I know what they are.
It's not rhythm game related, brother.
Jack told me about them. I know.
I'm just saying, bro.
See, Jack hasn't told me shit.
Me and Jack, we got it like that, though,
bro.
You guys are tight.
I don't know, man. It's like it's one of those things where the longer that we go on with these games, the more I realize, like, this is why other producers don't have podcasts.
Yep.
Like real shit.
No,
like
I've come around to that as well.
Proud like I'm so proud of the company we work for allowing us to do this, but at the same time, I have to be so careful about a lot of the things that I even want to say, and I have to be so measured because anything I say out of like, okay, I'll give you a perfect example. I had to take time this past week in the Milo Hack server to type up a message because I saw people going, hold on. I don't like this. The drums. These people work for this company. Why don't people just buy an e-kit? Where's capitalism? Blah, 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 blah. We can't trust people because they work for companies. Bad companies. Companies are bad, and everything is bad if you are a company. And, at the end of the day,
I think I've been telling people to buy electronic drum kits for maybe the last 6 years and telling them to get adapters for it. It's literally not going to stop. This is for the hobby people who don't want to get an e-kit and have very minimal space in their apartment or studio living situation. Mm-hmm. Nobody ever said that this is going to be nobody ever said that this is an instrument.
Nobody
it's a video
said
game
that this
controller.
is a replacement for an e-kit. I've been seeing a lot of that take, and and my view on that is like I think perspectives are skewed there because I've seen a lot of people go into the Clone Hero server in particular and say, I want to play drums. How do I do that? And everybody says, oh, just buy an e-kit, and they link the Nitro Mesh, and they're like,
and then that's
why would I buy that? I don't want to play real drums. Like, why are you telling me this? They get mad. They get mad.
There's definitely two different. There's a need for two different levels here: the entry level Rock Band drum set or the Ion drum kit. This is the modern incarnation of that. We didn't have much e-kit support back in the day. It was
$20 versus $2,000. Well,
like
pick your pick, man. Pick your fucking
$300 for a Nitro. What the fuck way am I pointing? Nitro was like $300, brand spanking new. You can get a used one for much cheaper. Like, at that point,
dude, I saw one for $50.
That's a hard sell.
I saw one for $50.
Like, you could buy a Rock Band 4 drum kit for about that same price as an e-kit. Don't buy that. Buy the e-kit if it's between that or a Rock Band 4 kit. That thing was dog ass.
If anyone here is listening about drum advice, things like that, I've said it on the show before. Go on Reverb, go on Facebook Marketplace, go to local deals and stuff like that. Man. Because there's always somebody who cheated on someone and they're getting rid of their partner's shit.
That's so common. That's so common. I'm not joking.
It's so common.
When I've looked for Rolands, I'd say 3 or 4 different ones are saying, we gotta get rid of this quickly. I have to move or something like that. Or wife left me, need to get rid of things it's common.
We're downsizing. That's another common one. We're downsizing.
Yeah. I've seen quite a bit of that. It's sad but true.
Or it was a pandemic project that didn't pan out. People who go all in with their fucking
they end up not loving
checks,
it, and they're like,
they end up not loving it, and then
I got my Rolands for the guy had a lister for $550 this used pair of Rolands on Facebook Marketplace. And he sold me for $500 cash, and I probably, after cymbals and pedals, invested probably 500 more into it, and it's great.
But even then, it's still less than $1,000 on like a still less than MSRP. Yes, exactly.
I did absolutely. Yeah, but
you saved like $800, bro.
I started playing drums when I was a fucking teenager because of Rock Band. Like, people don't realize that this is for people who they want to play in the living room with their friends. They want to play fucking Eye of the Tiger on medium and just go like.
I would love to just have a drum kit in the living room. I just I started having homies over, and we had Clone Hero night last night. It was great. It was great.
What this new drum kit will do is going to take away a lot of the discussion. Do I get the Rock Band kit from 20 years ago, or do I get an e-kit? Because that's a harder sell to get the old Rock Band kit. But if there's a new kit that, I'll be honest, I don't know if it'll ever. I don't think it can at a reasonable price live up to what an e-kit is, because an e-kit is just it's not a controller. It's an actual instrument that you can use as a controller. This is a controller first. So it's a different thing for different people. It's all about the price. Whatever the price ends up being for these drums will really determine what the future of the e-kit versus this drum kit is. Because if you get an e-kit for cheap, I would say go for that, and I'll continue recommending that. We did that after the drum set came out. There was somebody that asked us on Twitter, "Hey, I have this drum kit, e-kit nearby for this price. Should I get
Andrew?
It?"
This is HRG. Shout out Andrew.
Yeah. He was like, "Should I get this kit now, or should I wait for the crack guitar, the crack drums?" So he's saying crack guitar. I'm like, "Well, do you want to play drums now, or do you want to wait? Because it just says coming 2026." I don't know when it comes out.
We have no fucking idea when it's coming out.
And he was already asking about hey, would a kick tower work on here? And
so we don't know that either.
I got Cobras.
No idea.
Like, we don't know, but
this we're being genuine about. We genuinely don't know. We're pretty much in the dark with these drums.
We genuinely don't know shit about this. This could be still being built right now. This is just a render. You know what I mean?
Let me tie back into what I was going to say a little bit earlier, because I think it's a really good place to throw it in. The company thing, right? There was that whole like, hey, can't trust if there's a company involved. I hope that people know that, like, regardless of the companies involved, like, hey, who our bosses are, things like that, we have the best interests of the community at heart. And we can say that until we're blue in the face too. And I know some people are still going to be like, oh, they don't, they just have the money to make the money. Bruh, if we were just interested in money, we'd be doing something else. Let me tell you that too, right? Like, if it's just for money, it's
easier to grift elsewhere than the Guitar Hero community, man.
Right.
There's been one grifter that left, came back, and now he's back again, and we're not going to mention that person by name, but they have a bad reputation, I'll say that. Thin Lizzy, Guitar Hero 2.
There's plenty of people there's a lot of people that leave and come back, leave and come back, leave and come back. A lot of people.
It is what it is, right? Like, we really believe in this shit, and there's a reason we're fighting for it the way it is. And I'm glad that people like, for example, Lee, if you, this might be a good time for us to even talk about the blog they put up. Is the last part of that is what I wanted to point out. He said something that I really believe, which is that we're really doing this from the heart. Like, and that might sound corny, it might sound cheesy to people, but like, this changed all of our lives. And with Guitar Hero just turning 20 this past year, like, it hits a little different.
I want to mention something about that later.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I know I'm kind of jumping around stuff that we're going to talk about a little later on.
You just made me think of something that's worth mentioning later, is all.
Yeah, it's exciting, right? Like, we love the idea, I think all of us do, of seeing people have the same opportunities and more that we did, right? Like, that's a really cool thing. I love the idea of, over the next decade, potentially seeing people pulling out their cracked drum kit and having, Rock Band nights, or whatever the equivalent will be in 5 years, right? Fortnite Festival band nights, whatever it might be. So,
yeah, I actually got into a glimpse. I had a glimpse. I mean, not even a glimpse. It's like, we're in the future now. Like, this is so nice. This is fantastic, because like, I had my Steam Deck loaded up. I was asking, people came over like, yo, you what artists you like? Went on Encores, got some songs. Plugged 3 fucking dongles in the back of my Steam Deck.
That's crazy.
All 3 of them in the back.
Bro is drowning.
We had a great time. It was a great time.
Because it works.
And it just worked. It just worked because it was all in the latest firmware or whatever, 2.1.0. So everybody had tilt. It was all X input. I didn't have to open up the control mapping menu. It just worked. It was wonderful. It was just wonderful, man.
It's cool in the future.
And I didn't realize how it felt like it was a console setup. Because like, I turned on the guitars, I go scroll over to Clone Hero, press green, worked. Everybody just pressed start. But then and then it just made me miss having a drum set up there too, or just having a drum set at the ready, or something.
Moving your E-kit around. That
I hate that. Hate that.
Yeah,
shit.
no,
that's a permanent place.
It's terrible. It's a one and done. It doesn't leave.
Which is a big selling point of a video game guitar drum controller, because it's meant to be portable-ish, movable. Bring it to the living room. Bring it to your friend's house.
And I want to talk.
Break it down. I will never bring an E-kit to my friend's house just for a real quick rock band afternoon.
No.
Fuck that. You're coming to my house for that.
The only person,
tops, it would have to be like an Ion kit, maybe.
Bro, the only person I think would be dedicated enough to bring his whole E-kits to somebody's house is Chad.
Maybe.
Sure.
He would do it. He would do it.
Now, I want to talk about just what we think we can expect from it, at least. Because the pads and the cymbals are undoubtedly the Warriors of Rock / Band Hero.
Yeah, I was taking
kit.
a sec before digging up old pictures of each so I can do a side-by-side comparison. So here we got the new cracked drum controller. Take a look at the pads, take a look at the cymbals. This is the Guitar Hero 5, I guess Band Hero, drum set. Do you see any similarities between these two kits? Oh, a lot of them. Me too, because the cymbals look damn near identical. The pad layout looks damn near identical.
Just Rock Band layout.
Yeah, it's just a Rock Band layout because that is, that won the layout wars of 2008. Which drum layout was better?
No, he's right though. It did. It totally did.
This is like Rock a hybrid of the two.
Rock Band had the advantage by getting out a year early with having the 4 inline pads, and then Guitar Hero World Tour fought back by saying, "Hey, look at that, we have cymbals. It's pad, cymbal, pad." And then Rock Band 2 is like, no, we have cymbals too, but we still have the 4 pads, but we have these 2 cymbals that are optional.
It just kind of,
and then Guitar Hero kept doing the
and
same
you gotta
thing.
buy it.
Yeah,
and they don't respond all the time.
Rock Band 3 was like, hey, by the way, we're going to make those cymbals mandatory now for pro drums. Get that. You have to use your pad and the cymbal when it's appropriate. They won handily, and that's what everybody uses nowadays. Nobody uses five-lane drums if they don't have to. Okay, so
once upon a time, though,
Guitar Hero Rock Band layout for these crack drums.
Guitar Hero layout, once upon a time, though, used to be the better drum game. It used to be the better drum game for probably between 2000, like late. No, it was like early 2008 to 2009, I guess. Or when did fucking World Tour come out? World Tour came out in late 2008. Until Rock Band 3 came out, it was the better option. It had fucking Expert Plus. You're playing cymbals. It felt Metallica fucking real. Smash Hits had it.
Mm-hmm. It did have things like that. Expert Plus was a thing that Rock Band never got, other than a few Rock Band Network charts. But those hardly
they
count.
got 2X.
There's a lot of Rock Band Network charts, but I'd probably say not enough to like fill the void of the songs that did get neutered officially, like Painkiller. I mean, or maybe more like Colony of Birchmen.
Colony of Birchmen.
Yeah. Sure. Thank God, not Vision. But no, bro.
I've seen the custom charts with 2X bass on that. It's ridiculous because he's like a quad X bass pedal or some shit like that.
Brian TD's chart is actually pretty good. And he like fucking 5 stars it or whatever because he's Brian TD. But,
just Brian TD things.
Just Brian TD things. But anyways. I mean, I'd say that the Warriors of Rock / Band Hero Guitar Hero kit still probably the most solid pads and cymbals that we got officially. Like better than the later Rock Band iterations of pads. I mean, JP, before the show started, you had a Rock Band 4 kit. How was it?
Oh, it was fucking horrible.
But that was software.
We've talked about software. This before, but like when Rock Band 4 came out, the drum kits had this like really bad latency issue, and it was weird because it was the first time I ever updated firmware on a controller. Like this was the beginning of that era, right? Of like the modern era of like, hey, not only does your console have updates, now your fucking controller does, right? And it was just weird. And I was in college, and I'm like, how the fuck do I update this thing? And I realized, there's a micro USB port underneath it.
And I have to download this program, and I have to hook it up to my computer and do that, which they're no longer available, by the way. You can't get those unless you already download them. They're probably in the archive somewhere, Internet Archive, but still.
I think Milo Hacks has them or something. But I updated it, and I was like, they seem to work now. They
but they're
keyword
still shit.
Seem.
No, don't get me wrong. The Band Hero Warriors of Rock kit still wasn't perfect. I've had a couple of those, and they all had crosstalk issues at some point. However,
it was still a lot better than World Tour.
It was better than World Tour. I had even more World Tour kits, and they all had crosstalk.
World Tour kits, bro. I had 5 of them. They're all bad.
They were all pretty bad.
And the only thing, but I mean, I think with this one though, you look at the animation of the reveal trailer. It seems like you put it together.
I just realized I haven't shown the actual trailer yet. Here, watch this, fellas.
It seems like there's like this little fucking boomerang base, and then you put the pads on top of it, and then the 3 cymbals go on the outside.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
It does look like it's being assembled. I wonder if they ship it disassembled.
Well, it would make sense because they can flat pack the shit out of it if they do that.
Yes,
and right, like they can have like a really like thin box.
You don't have to get a whole drum set.
If it saves a lot on shipping.
If say your red pad starts overhitting, or if it goes bad for whatever reason, you just change your red pad.
Get a red pad.
Send in the pad.
You just send in the pad. Pop it out, put a new one in. You know. Actually, that's a piece I haven't even thought about that.
Hot swappable.
It is.
I know a lot of people are also going to talk.
Possible.
They're going to talk. People are going to look at this layout and be like, "What the fuck? The fuck is this?"
I've already seen that.
The layout of this is pretty ergonomic. Both a righty and a lefty will be able to play exactly the same.
Yeah, it's symmetrical.
And then I think that there's a there's maybe just a disconnect, or just going back to people who are looking at this and comparing it to an e-kit, to what you can do with your drum controller versus an actual instrument. And if you're worried about the layout of it so much, one, maybe they could down the line have some sort of like pipe setup or a snare holder or some bullshit. I don't know. I have no idea. Or put the hi-hat further to the left or something. I don't know.
I mean, yeah.
I think it would be a lot of trouble.
If it's like the modular thing, where you just pop a pad into this hole, you could have a little thing where it like extends it out so that you could have your snare in the middle. Or you could do something with the cymbals where it just like attaches to the back.
Maybe like if it kind of swivels a little bit or something.
Or make it a swivel arm.
Has like a swivel arm, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That sounds like an absurd attachment. The idea of just something that like goes into the pad hole and like extends the pad hole, like for the like, let's say the snare over to the center, so that you could have like the snare in the middle.
Yeah, that could be cool.
That would be so. That would be a really
that'd be really cool.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like what if on the furthest left one for the red pad, right? So it could be like an angled arm going out so that the pad's in the middle, and then what if the base of that angled arm? Yeah, like this essentially. This thing.
Has to have,
so imagine if it came out like this. The snare is like right here, and then it could there could be like a hole right here for a cymbal, and then boom, you're going like that. But that actually sounds kind of cool, right?
That's interesting. I mean, like
so
on
then
my kit,
yellow,
like,
red,
possibilities are endless.
And then possibilities.
Like, I have my snare like right between my legs, basically, in my kit layout. I think Alec does as well.
I feel like we need to mention real quick that this is us literally brainstorming live.
Yeah, we're just speculating.
We're not like
we're not secretly revealing. We're not like being coy. We have no idea. We're being so genuine. Back to the thing where it's
this
like,
is stuff that we want.
You can't trust companies. Blah blah blah. I can't trust these guys because they work for them. We're being so dead ass serious. We don't know anything about these fucking drums, bro. They kept it so quiet on this.
I have no idea about that pedal.
It's Cracked. It's our sister company. We have the same boss. But we don't talk
give the
necessarily.
feedback.
We give them feedback, I guess, that we knew they were coming.
When they exist physically, we'll be testing them, I'm sure.
Probably. Yes, absolutely.
And at the same point, you guys aren't wrong for wanting to be skeptical. You should be skeptical, and I encourage you to be. Don't listen to us blindly. You should listen to us and like
I agree.
Make that judgment on your own based on our previous behaviors and how you personally feel about us and our. I think if you get to know us, if you get to watch the show a bit and understand who we are, where we're coming from, I think you'll come to the same conclusion that I think many others do, that we're not full of shit, that we do kind of think that the community is, our top priority and we want the best for it. We're not trying to just shamelessly grift, like some others might. Some others, and especially other communities, do. That's just not what we do in the Guitar Hero Rock Band. There's such a distinct lack of grifters in this scene. I'll say it. Just being a person that exists online and seeing other game communities, like there's a lot of people out there that are just in it for the money.
Yeah, we don't have it too bad, man.
Our community is, I think, uniquely like kind, respectful of others, and like welcoming. For the most
people
part.
Are very respectful of like skill, especially, right? Because it's like the skill, like the skill required, like I had my buddy Drew over yesterday, King D, and he was showing me some like crazy fucking tapping shit by this guy. Alec, you probably know this guy, Leo.
Mm-hmm.
And this dude is like one of the fastest fucking people I've ever seen play this game in my life, right? And it's like it's Clone Hero stuff, and it's like there's some like slide spam, but it's like, dude, the raw speed required to do this shit that he was doing, I respect the fuck out of that. Like, absolutely. I am not that fast. Most people are not that fast. It's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, that may all change once we get a 1,000 hertz silicone crack necks, then maybe you'll understand.
Yeah.
I think you're going to understand, JP. Look, respect to those guys, too. I know exactly what goes into that shit. I know their obsession with overtap and all that stuff. It's truly, really, really fucking fascinating. Because it is a different approach to the game. That
it's very different. It's playing the game completely different than what was intended.
It is way different, and like I know exactly the type of it's so much of it is like RNG based, but like they love that shit. They love it.
Mm-hmm.
So
I have a story from the other end of the spectrum of like the skill range. There, I was streaming on Saturday for the 20th anniversary of Guitar Hero. We'll get into that later. We might pivot into this after we're done with the drums. But there was somebody in my chat that was working their way through Guitar Hero 3. on hard. They're not at expert level yet. They're just playing through hard. They got hard stuck at tier 7. They're really struggling to get past like Before I Forget and 3s and 7s and Knights of Sidonia and Cult of Personality. And throughout my stream, for like 4 hours, they had gotten through most of it. They're stuck on Cult of Personality now. And like when you would come back to the chat to update, everybody's like, "Oh, good job. Yeah, keep going. You got this. No problem." Like even that, like people are just, still getting their way up to expert. That's still welcome and encouraged. You don't have to be super fast. You don't have to be totally uniquely talented from birth.
Dude, one of my
fast.
favorite,
it's just
my favorite Guitar Hero channels, man. One of my favorite Guitar Hero channels is Guitar Hero with Jack.
Yes, yeah.
Guitar Hero with Jack is such a chill channel, and he's just a dude.
That plays a song
uploading.
Every
day. He has not stopped uploading
exactly as they intended. Like
day 2,443.
Yeah.
This is
that's a lot of days. That's a lot of years. That's almost 7 years that he's been doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what I did, except for it was just straight gameplay. He has himself standing. He has it on Clone Hero cut out. He talks through it. He sings along sometimes. He's just having a good time. And it's fun to watch. I watch these every now and then.
Yeah.
I've seen a few of his videos. Just come up.
Yeah.
But
he's come up on my recommended a lot.
Yeah, no. It's just the bringing of people together because of these games is so important.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here I can throw in my little anecdote here. So I'm gonna link this. This is a video from Mr. Electric Nick that he just made.
Good call.
It is called Guitar Hero Changed My Life. Here's my story, and it's a great video talking about how Guitar Hero changed his life. And I had a bit of an idea after seeing this that I want to pitch. I think a bunch of people should start doing this. Make it a trend. Make a video about how Guitar Hero changed your life.
Deadass, I wanted to make a video similar to this after I watched Nick's video on it. I did.
I felt the same exact way.
That's inspiring.
Drew, when Drew was over, he said he felt the same way. So I say,
super
do
inspiring
it.
shit.
Make it a trend.
These games mean a lot to us.
I might even do it myself.
And it's nice to share that passion, that what's the word I'm looking for? Passion. It's just passion. The love.
It gets me emotional. It really does. Like, this sounds so silly, but like I almost am like tearing up. As goofy as that sounds, like these games literally changed so many people's lives.
Mm-hmm. None of us would be where we are today without any of them, obviously.
No.
We're in a unique position to be able to talk about this, right? Like, from my position when I worked on Rocksmith, how many people said they picked up real guitar because of this? From Alec's position of some of the largest meme content, all right? Like, I have a little of that, but like, dude, you're over 1 million subs on YouTube. You're still pumping out the content, right? I haven't done that in years. You're fucking killing it there, and people all still relate to it, right? Moose, look at you, every single song, right? JP, both of you. JP, look at you with the guitars, right? It's amazing, just the level of passion and the way that these games have changed our lives for the better. We all would be in a different place right now if these games didn't exist. And I feel so blessed to have been a part of this journey with you all, right? Like the fact that we're working on something new for the future that maybe we can give people like the same feeling 20 years in advance is the thing that keeps me going right now.
That is by far the biggest motivator for any of us. 100%. I think there's even been like interviews with the game lead Alex and studio head Simon from Red Octane Games that are like, yeah, the budget is not that big. If we make $1 billion, that'd be sick, but that's not what we're going for. We just want to like make a good experience and have fun. Like, that's been said a couple times where it's like, we're not in this for the money. We really believe in this genre. We think it's cool. It's fun. It has like it has a unique niche within the gaming ecosystem, and we think it's time for a new game. Like a standalone.
The struggle is getting so many people that aren't as passionate as us to see eye to eye as to why
that's the biggest challenge
that we do.
That's the biggest challenge.
That is the biggest challenge.
Is creating the demand. We're not necessarily creating
a demand.
The desire is probably a better word.
I guess it's sort of like changing sales, right? For other people, they want a 4K 120 FPS remastered Guitar Hero 3. You know what? I've had that for 8 years at this point, motherfucker. Yeah. I've had that for 8 years. Wake the fuck up. Lock in. But you know what? I'm not going to stop you from wanting that because that is a demand. That is something that people want. 8K 144 hertz remastered Guitar Hero 3. on PS5.
I can't wait to full game and see that shit day
PS5
one.
Won't fucking happen. That shit won't fucking happen. See, because that's where like one of the first disconnects is like, how do you get a game so popular, that what used to be so popular, to not essentially gamers that became non-gamers, or gamers that do not have the resources like PC and emulation and clones and shit like that. Well, they just went from 360 to 1, and then they're like, too. I don't fucking like Rock Band.
Guitar and Rock Band.
Fortnite sucks.
Guitar and Rock Band are some of the best games to get non-gamers into gaming, next to like fucking Wii Bowling.
Oh yeah, of course. I think it's
my
like
grandpa's played Wii Bowling.
Yeah,
I got my uncle to play Guitar Hero when I was a kid. I got him to play Guitar Hero World Tour with me. Mm-hmm. I brought it to my house on the Nintendo Wii.
Maybe the better question is like how winning people back that have explicitly one expectation or a very explicit set amount of expectations. And that's like the biggest challenge, right? How do you compete with a game where you get everything you want ever and you scratch the itch of hitting the notes? Or how do you get a game to present itself in the same way Guitar Hero 3 did when you were a teenager or when you were a kid playing that game and you're like, whoa, how do you get your mind blown? How do you get your mind blown again?
It's hard. It's really hard to get your mind blown by gaming as an adult because you've already experienced all those mind-blowing moments, and it's rare you get those again.
Yeah, I don't play many games anymore.
Elden Ring was the last one that did that for me.
I barely play new games.
Elden Ring blew my mind, and I played it for a whole week straight. I was fully immersed. I could not put it down. Before that,
Super Mario Odyssey blew my mind.
It was probably fucking
That's the last
Skyrim.
game that blew my mind.
It's rare.
Oh yeah, there goes Skyrim. It was Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, in Tears of the Kingdom, and then Elden Ring.
GTA 6 is coming up, baby! November 2026. Not me.
But it's hard. It's hard because so many games fucking suck nowadays, dude.
And a lot of games take a lot of time to play through, which as we get older,
they take so much
we
time,
have
man.
less
That's
time.
How I feel.
Like, okay, I would love to play Claire Osborne. I'd love to play that. I know that it's supposed to be incredible. Expedition 33?
Yeah.
Game of the Year contender from what everybody said.
It's been sitting installed on my Xbox for months.
Yeah, you get it.
I haven't played
it. Like,
I get it.
Silk Song. I know how immense that game must be. I haven't put a single minute into it because I know it's going to be too much for me to have time.
You're going
to
to get too engrossed and not want to do anything else, and then you're going to feel bad about it, which is exactly my pipeline.
Yep.
When I play video games now.
Yep. I need like a stasis tube where time.
Hey, besides Power Wash Simulator, go download that shit right now.
I think that's why like I've so many people grow to like games that are fucking jobs because it's like it. You know what I mean? Like,
because
like
it's so
competitive. Dude, like Stardew Valley, games where you have to maintain your upkeep in order to keep on enjoying the game. Or there's another option presented to itself. Yeah, scratching the itch of feeling accomplished. Not a lot of games make you feel accomplished anymore.
No.
The accomplishments are different now, especially with the rise of microtransactions. Yeah. Most accomplishments can be bought in some other games. Yeah. Like old Call of Duties, you couldn't buy skins. You had to earn the skins by getting 250 headshots with your ACR, so you got your fall camo. Now all the cool Call of Duty camos, just buy it for 4,000 COD points. Yeah, you can get your dark matter camos and all that stuff, but I feel like it cheapens it.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. I mean, because if Johnny over here can spend $30 and get a sick ass skin while I busted my ass for months and no one gives a shit, it's like
most of the skins on disc are kind of just filler anyways. I don't want filler. I want cool shit that I want to earn, and like I want it to mean something. Like when somebody sees that I have this skin on my gun, that means that he got this done. That's hard. That's impressive. I want that feeling. And it's rare that you kind of get that in a way that feels genuine.
So many of these games have like other parts of the game where it makes it feel like you're doing a job. So like Fortnite has Save the World, and if you had the founder,
log in and get my V-Bucks.
Yeah, you can work. You essentially work a job where you get paid like a couple bucks an hour, and then you can you can buy your battle pass and stuff. And like I thought that's crazy. But there are people who genuinely enjoy the mechanics of Save the World.
Same
and
thing
so it's
with
like, okay, whatever.
Counter-Strike is the same way. People farm their armory stars now in Counter-Strike so they can get their charms, or they can buy a fever case for 2 armory stars, which is $1 in the Steam marketplace. Or you can open up your case and you can get a knife and you can sell your knife for money. Counter-Strike's the same way.
Yeah, that's bad, dude. That's bad.
It's very bad.
I have Founders on Save the World. I still log in for V-Bucks. I still do it, even though I don't have any reason to. I have zero reason to. I have 22,000 V-Bucks. I have 22,000 just sitting there for no reason.
Can buy the new Yeah's Maps emote that doesn't have a jam track accompanied with it.
Yet?
Wait.
No, it's not. It's probably not happening.
Wait until this episode comes out. We're going to be late. We're going to be a day late on that one. And $1 short.
And $1 short.
Oh, that was Honest Bob. I went Honest Bob.
It happens. Honestly, I'm bobbing my head to that right now. Yeah. Yeah, nice, bro.
I'm
bobbing.
But what's beautiful about the Guitar Hero community is that things don't feel like a job when we make things that are fucking awesome. No. Like the Guitar Hero Remastered mod, which is not accompanied by
Segway.
Is not accompanied by Milo hacks, surprisingly enough.
Yes, I have the video up right now. Guitar Hero Remastered demo release announcement.
Can you link it in the?
Yes, I can.
Yes, I got it.
Thank you.
So this is Laid Back Legato.
I beat you.
Alexander.
You guys posted at the same time. That was a good jinx.
But yeah, I think that's what he goes by. Laid Back Legato.
T for teen.
He's been working. This. I want to say he has. This trailer's a little bit weird. I'll keep it a buck. This trailer is all over the place. But the goals that want to be accomplished here are there. Like, all the screens have been backported, like all the menu screens and stuff, all the loading screens, everything in the backgrounds and the menus have been backported from Guitar Hero 1, and it looks exactly like Guitar Hero 1. I think that's great.
Just need those venues.
Sorry, just slowing down for a second. If you don't know what Guitar Hero Remastered is, a guy pretty much backported or forward ported all of Guitar Hero 1 into GH2. And that includes all of the stages, or it looks like all of the stages. Maybe not. It looks like he's just running off of GH2 stages. Yeah, but all the characters look forward ported, and they look fantastic.
Yeah, they look good.
GH1 Pandora looks really good. GH1 Johnny looks good. GH1 Izzy looks good, too. I don't know how they're going to do GH1 Axel. I don't think I've seen him yet. But even the OG Grim Reaper from GH1 is in there, too.
The best Grim Reaper. This trailer is all over the place. Jesus Christ.
It is.
It's very it's a lot to take in.
You know, he has been like working on and off with like of this mod since 2017.
Holy shit!
On and off since like 2017. He was 7 years ago is the first ever Guitar Hero 1 remaster video. Is this? It is from 7 fucking years ago. But it's like now there's a demo out. He said something about Christmas being the release date for it, and all this. And I wish him a lot of good luck, because there are so many people that hold off on playing Guitar Hero 1. They don't like the hopos or whatever. Just playing GH1 songs in Guitar Hero 2 feels so much better. And there's a lot of people that were going like, oh man, it feels so good. Play GH1 songs on GH2. It's like, yeah, I did that in 2007 though. But hey, have fun with it. I had my closure as soon as I was able to FC Bark at the Moon with ease on GH2 360. That was my closure. I never even gave a shit about the engine differences anymore. But if this is going to provide closure for a lot of people, like, so be it. And I'm going to segue into something else, because we forgot to talk about this earlier. Speaking of closure, dudes, there's the Cracked blog.
Okay, good. I was hoping we get back into that. I was going through my tabs to make sure I have everything. Yeah, we should talk about the Cracked blog.
I'm so sorry. We jumped so far ahead.
Yeah, we kind of got on a different
do that.
And here
classic
we go.
Lore Hero tangent. So this is the fall update Cracked blog. It's quite large. I don't know if we need to read everything. We could try, though. We could popcorn read if we wanted to.
Aw, back in class.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. We got time. Fuck
it. Yeah, I'll start it off. I'll start it off.
Pull out my shit.
Making sure you guys all have the link. There you go. Okay.
Also, this is me talking.
Yes, this is from John Cracked Sr. This is Lee Gunchard who wrote this and is addressing everybody today. A fall update. Building, listening, and evolving. Hi, everyone. It's been a while since I last sent out an update. It's been a busy few months on many fronts, but before anything else, hold on, I'm going to zoom in so it's bigger for the people to read it along with me. It's been a busy few months on many fronts, but before anything else, I want to say a genuine thank you for all the support since we launched our first guitar controller in over 10 years. As I've mentioned before, the Cracked team is small but focused. We're constantly trying to find that balance between supporting the longtime enthusiasts while welcoming back fans who haven't picked up a guitar controller in over a decade and introducing a new generation of players to rhythm gaming. Sometimes, to the hardcore community, it might feel like we don't always get that balance quite right. But I promise you, your feedback, and yes, your frustrations, never go unheard. Over the past decade, I think the community has really evolved in such a positive way. Seeing people mod guitars, create new community-built games, and improve old titles is a testament to how much love still exists for this genre. And as we've said many times before, we completely understand who's kept the lights on all these years. You have. With the Les Paul, we've managed to meet most of the needs of players. There are still a couple areas where we come up short, and we're working hard to improve those. Popcorn JP on communication and balance.
Right. Sounds good. Someone asked me recently why I don't just jump on Discord every day to give updates. It's a fair question. The truth is, we could, but doing so would slow us down. When issues arise, we need to step back, gather data, and look for patterns across tens of thousands of guitars already in the field. We test across many different games, some of which are over a decade old and have very little documentation left. At the same time, we're also building relationships with the console manufacturers. We've been fortunate that they've allowed us to support legacy players and community-created games through older compatibility modes. That's why on Xbox you can see dedicated modes like PC, Android, and Keyjam. We've always believed in open platforms, and ultimately we hope the world moves towards one unified gaming ecosystem in the future. Popcorn Jason.
Hey, all right. So this is where we fell short. Correct. Let's talk about the Blueberry Burst. Some of you saw the finish wear off faster than expected, and that's not okay. It's not a new challenge. Many of the old GH guitars had similar issues, and even Gibson deals with this on real guitars. But what wasn't acceptable was how quickly it happened for a small but important amount of people. Instead of thrashing around, we took the time to properly test and understand it. Through further investigation, we discovered that by increasing the salt content during automated moisture testing, the issue appeared much faster than we expected. A lesson learned. We'd already been developing polycarbonate skins, and for now, that's the best short-term solution. If you've experienced this issue, please claim a Blueberry Burst skin from us. Could we have been quicker? Possibly. But we'd rather fix things properly than rush them. When you're running high-volume production lines, guessing doesn't help anyone. Overall, returns have been very low, which is encouraging. Still, there's always room to improve. And we'll continue doing so with your help and feedback. Popcorn, Alec!
I'm going to take the next two.
Yes.
Yeah,
what's next? You've probably seen the drum teaser by now. Yes, we're making drums. We'll take the good lessons and the bad, in parentheses, close parentheses, from the past and mix them with your feedback and aim to create something truly great. We'll share more details in Q1 2026 when we do the full reveal. And there's just a link for the little drum reveal teaser that is below it. We also have a couple of other exciting announcements before the end of the year. One in November and another in December, so keep an eye out for those. Firmware and performance. And so now the big question, where's the new firmware that can keep up with 1000 FPS Clone Hero? We hear you, and yes, it's coming. This wasn't just a case of dropping new firmware onto the neck and calling it a day. Our system supports multiple platforms and connection types, all with different rates and specifications, and we're working with production chipsets that have finite resources. But we've made strong progress and now putting the finishing touches on production-ready firmware that can handle those overclocked frame rates for community games. This firmware will roll out first in our Cherry Sunburst Collector's Edition guitars, and then as a running update across the range. We're also revamping our 2 core code bases to deliver a new stable over-the-air system that updates both the guitar body and neck together through the Cracked app. We're aiming to have this ready within the next month. Popcorn, Jake.
Xbox and community testing. Very soon we'll be rolling out an update for Xbox that fully enables the Control app features, including firmware updates, along with a few small bug fixes and quality of life improvements. In addition to this, there will be a multi-platform update that optimizes Switch and iOS Fortnite Festival. We're also preparing to launch an expanded community test and trial program open to everyone to apply. We'll be sharing the sign-up form soon. The goal is simple, to connect with more of you, bring select community members into the process earlier, and work together to make our products even better. Popcorn JP.
Australia. Was that good?
Australia, mate!
Shimp on the Babby. Through our distributor, Bluemouth Interactive in Australia, we showcased a guitar at PAX Aus. We were honored that the community members Freg and Mr. Electric Nick, our boys, attended, showcased it on stage, and got the crowd rocking. There's some great videos from the event, and in a fun kind of way, it reminded me of E3 back in 2005 and 2006, when GH1 and GH2 were being played by fans for the first time. That sounds fucking sick.
And I have the video up right now, and man, there's awesome. Watching. There's hundreds of people watching them play through the Fire and Flames.
Yeah.
Seriously, on better GH3, pre-release, by the way.
It's a privilege to be able to reach into the community all over the world for feedback and help at events like this. The distributor asked me how I find people with passion like that. My answer was simple, just open your eyes. There are more passionate fans out there than you could ever imagine. Based. Thanks again, fellas, for attending. It was much appreciated. Jason.
I think we should give Alec this one, because Sandtroller is the next, and I feel like you will be able to speak on this much more than I will.
Most of you in the community will know Sanjay from Sandtroller, creator of Sandtroller. Yeah, my goat! Our goat!
Our goat. Literally the goat.
Literally, this is like a homecoming, this is like a homecoming paragraph right here. We're pleased to announce that he's now joining Cracked full-time on our engineering team to help build future products and ensure we can continue supporting legacy hardware for as long as possible.
That's what Sandtroller's been doing the whole time.
Yeah. Like 5 years. You count Guitar Configurator. Okay, continuing. Even though Sanjay is joining us full-time, he will, of course, continue to support his Sandtroller subscribers and the wider community on the Sandtroller side of things. Now, if you're wondering what Sandtroller subscribers are, we mentioned on the show before, when a custom seller wants to ship a product using that firmware, they have to pay a license. And also, if you are just appreciative of the software, you can subscribe to him on GitHub for you can name a price for it, I'm pretty sure. That's what it means by Sandtroller subscribers. It's through GitHub. It always has been. So continuing, Sanjay has been a cornerstone of the community, helping players modernize their guitars, create adapters, and keep the rhythm scene alive. It's a real privilege to have him on board officially, continuing that mission from within. Mm-hmm. And yeah, Jason, you take it away.
Before that, real quick, I just want to point out the continuing to support his Sandtroller subscribers and wider community stuff. I'll peel back the curtain. Sanjay didn't get hired on the day that this blog post went out. He's been there for a few weeks. Month? I don't even know. True. It's been a while.
I'd say like a month.
Have you seen a slowdown in Sandtroller? Has there been no development on Sandtroller? No. Like, I saw many people like, Sandtroller's dead now.
No, it's not. It's because of Sanjay. Mode 8 is
because of Sanjay.
And it's beast. And it's beast because of that. So
he's doing a lot with the cracked firmware, and he's continuing with Sandtroller. You can see it with your own two eyes. Like Lee said, open your eyes. Open your eyes and you'll see. But it's fine. I don't think you have anything to worry about Sandtroller going away. It's fine. Whatever. Continue, please.
The way that we wrap this up, from the heart. Hey, I mentioned a little bit about this earlier. This is the quote that I wanted to mention from Lee right here. It says, if I don't speak to you before the holidays, I want to wish everyone a fantastic festive season. Please keep the feedback coming. Be honest, be passionate, but also be kind. We know how much people care, and sometimes that passion spills over. But as my granddad always said, being polite costs nothing. We're building this together, and while it's not always perfect, it's genuine, and it's from the heart. Thank you for being part of this journey, for believing in what we're doing, and for keeping the rhythm alive. Signed, John Cracked and team.
I love how he signs it, John
Cracked.
Yeah. You could say John League in charge, CEO of Free Mode.
You could have said that. No, he just says John Cracked.
John Cracked.
Yep.
Classic John Cracked.
It's a great blog, man.
No, that's the best blog post
yet. That's a great update, and it addresses just about every single issue that his just arisen from the guitars being out. Which, by the way, it's only been like 3-ish months since everybody started getting their more like 4 to 5, I guess, because of multi-platform. If I count multi-platform in there, but then now Xbox, everybody who has ordered one like way before they actually came out, it's been a couple of months. It's been in your hand, so it's like, it was without a bunch. It was without like issues like this. There was no way that it was going to be absolutely nailed out of the gate, firmware wise. I think the hardware, though. I mean, like, I think I was sold like the day I fucking held one. I was like, "Is this shit finished?" And they're like, "No, that's actually so one of the earliest, like an early ass sample. This shit is not finished, pretty much." And we're like, "What?"
Yeah, it feels really good already.
Weird. It felt really fucking good already, and we were like, wait, we haven't even played on the mech frets yet. Like, those weren't even ready when we played on them.
They didn't even, they weren't. They didn't exist. Like,
it was back in February.
They didn't exist yet.
Exist yet?
No.
And I'll say this too, from a testing perspective, these guitars are complicated. Like, with all the different modes, with all the different platforms.
They're very complicated.
There's like hundreds of different permutations of how you can have these things configured, especially when you start fucking around in the app and changing button combinations and the hertz and all this stuff. There's a lot going on. And to get everything perfect is a really hard feat. So they're slowly working through the issues, slowly. But I have full faith that we'll get to a as close to perfect firmware as we could possibly imagine sometime soon.
I also think
especially with Sanjay helping.
Yeah, no, I was also going to say, with all the different types of connectivity and all that stuff, it was pretty fucking ambitious from
wireless
the start.
And dongle.
It was extremely ambitious.
I think that's something that people often like disregard or don't like kind of forget about. That this is like the only guitar that can do all this. Before this, guitars were just, there's an Xbox 360 guitar. It's wireless. Yeah. That's what you have. This is wireless.
That's it.
Via a dongle or via Bluetooth. Or it's wired. And it can work on your PC. It can work on your Switch. It can work on your phone, whether it be Android or iOS. It can also work on your PlayStation 3. And if you plug it into an adapter, it can work on this and that. And that. It's like, it's the everything guitar. It's X the everything guitar. I was hoping that there, yeah.
Shut off his feed.
Shut his feed off. And it always brings me back to when Sandtroller first dropped. People shat on that. People shat on Sandtroller when it first dropped in 22.
Yeah, they were like, why the fuck do you have that, bro? Just get a RAFnet.
No, it wasn't even that. This was after Guitar Configurator.
Oh yeah, because they said it was worse than Guitar Configurator.
Because it didn't work very well with Arduino. But there's a lot more room to improve on that shit. You know what I mean?
Well, when Sandtroller first came out, like, I actually kept my stuff on Guitar Configurator.
Same.
And I was paying for Sandtroller, but I kept it on Guitar Configurator for a while with Sanjay's blessing, because he was like, yeah, I understand. Like, Sandtroller is still pretty buggy. Like, he understood not shipping with it right away. And now it's really good. It's really good now.
Yeah, it couldn't be better, because now also everyone's on the better hardware.
Like, bro,
here's the thing.
He updated it today. He updated it
perfect.
Literally today.
I was also going to say, like,
point where it's not going away.
People going from Arduino-based custom controllers to Raspberry Pi Pico-based controllers, that was kind of like a shift in. It took a while. A lot of people were on Arduinos like for a long ass time. I only have like maybe a handful of Arduino guitars left, because you know me, JP, I would like send them to you and shit, and then you would upgrade them with your boards and stuff, and like that's great.
Dude, I had a repair come in of like a guitar I sold years ago that had a fucking Pro Micro in it, and the micro USB had snapped off, and I was like, wow, this one lasted a long time. That was a very common problem. The micro USB would just fucking snap off on those things.
So I think it's the thing that I'm trying to get at is, like, in that transitional period where people were going from Arduinos to to Pi Picos, in moving from GC to Sandtroller, right? I feel like that has sort of like kind of happened with the cracked firmware, like, really fucking fast. The problems were able to be found as much as they could be. Sanjay's on board, and now we're moving from one iteration of the firmware to now they're pretty much. They had to go into their code base to update the fucking bootloader inside of the guitar itself. So it's like we're getting new hardware out of it via a software update. So it's just kind of moving people to this more fleshed out firmware. And it kind of just reminds you of the people that were moving from Arduino to Sandtroller. But like, I guess the difference is one is in like alpha, and then now we're getting into release candidate. Like it's way better. It is just way better. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it wasn't going to be. I knew that it was going to be. It wasn't going to be without firmware problems or some sort of other problem, anything like that. I just pray that like people who wanted to get returns and stuff like that were able to get their returns or get their hardware exchanged, because like I know that's
because there are issues and it's apparent, and obviously I can't blame you for if you want to return it. Like if you play on it for more than a couple hours, many people are reporting that it just becomes like less responsive. Like it just the inputs are laggy. That if that doesn't work for you, obviously it doesn't work for me. I don't like that. I rarely go that long these days. But like if that's a breaking point for you, I understand. Go get your refund. I get it. Wait until they're better. Do whatever you need to do, because I think they will get better. I think they will become the perfect guitar in due time. But if you don't want to wait for that, you want to just keep using your modded Kramer, more power to you. They still have a place.
It's like the same like it's like the e-kit situation. It's like, you know exactly what you want, go out and get it.
Yeah,
you know you can go out. And
get
you
don't have to buy a crack guitar.
Especially
you don't have to buy the crack drum set. Do you want an e-kit?
You literally don't.
E-kit? Do you want a modded Les Paul from 2007 with that runs Sand Triller? It has LED frets and an LED strum bar. Get it. It's right there. Go
buy an RCM kit. Go buy a funky kit. They're right there. They're just right there.
Those it's options. Options are always good. Just because cracked exists doesn't mean you have to buy it.
Guitar?
I would encourage you to buy it.
Because
I think
you
it's
don't
good.
even want to get a mod kit for your old Les Paul you found in the attic. Just buy like the funky adapter. Get a mini host.
Yeah,
just,
they'll still definitely have a place.
And they will always have a place. Dude, I've seen a lot of people prefer getting those rather than like putting a kit in their guitar, and I understand. I really do.
Yeah.
You know?
It's really nice.
It's low effort, and it just works.
This is very much mirroring exactly what we were talking about with drums earlier, right? Giving people options, right? Not everybody's going to want to put a kit in an old, Kramer body or whatever the fuck. Not everybody's going to want to order a custom. Maybe somebody just wants a Les Paul out of the box, right? We're giving all different levels of people an option for playing these games. Maybe everybody doesn't want to log on to Fortnite, play songs. Maybe they don't want to download songs on Clone Hero or Yard. Well, in the future, hopefully there'll be something else that might fill that slot for them, right? So, options. Options are good.
Options.
What are you referring to? Guitar Hero World Tour 360 customs or Rock Band 4 Deluxe on
no, but
Shad
however,
PS4?
that is an okay segue because we can talk about that.
Boo! You do the boo. Man, that was dog shit, man.
Yeah.
I'm trying
customs.
here, man. I'm trying.
It was good.
There's so much to talk about.
This is from Luna Lol. Posted Guitar World Tour Xbox 360 Customs audio is edited in because it's not working right now. But there are custom vocals, or custom charts for guitar, drums, all these things. So that's a big step of the equation. Very cool. We've had customs for Guitar Hero Warriors of Rock for quite a bit. Guitar Hero 3 customs using Onyx. I have no idea how they're getting this done. One big caveat is that you have to have a World Tour DLC package that is not vanilla. GH5 and later we'll try to load it. It says the corrupted unload DLC. I don't know what that means,
that sounds
but
annoying.
Work is going. Positive forward motion.
Now, the future would be is that if it works all the way from GH3 up to Warriors of Rock, like Death Magnetic, so that would be the dream. And you know what's funny? I think we did bring this up, but we opened up the package for Death Magnetic, and it shows all the GH3 stuff in like a root folder sense, and then all the World Tour and GH5 and Warriors of Rock shit is like in another folder. Like it's all structured and built for its respective games. It's just layered in the folder and it looks like shit. But that's the reason why it's backwards compatible all the way from 3 to Warriors of Rock.
Yeah, if somebody would be able to figure out how to replicate that and make the games load it, so you could have a GH3 custom that also goes to World Tour with sliders.
That would be so cool,
Warriors of Rock,
dude.
That is end.
I know Addy will be able to figure it out. Addy will figure it out. I know he will. Yeah.
In due time. Hey, next thing that you mentioned, Rock Band 4 Rivals.
Of figuring things out.
Is loading in Shad PS4.
Shout out Lizix.
We had him on the show a couple times ago, episode 103. Go watch that if you haven't already. But up until now, we haven't been able to run Rock Band 4 Rivals on Shad PS4. It was always like launch or close after launch or things like that. But
I won't say never because it was like AMD machines were able to run it like almost 1-to-1, like almost as soon as it was figured out that Rock Band 4 was booting up and loading, and everyone was like, what the fuck, it's working with backgrounds and everything? Or maybe not backgrounds, maybe it was black background, and then it was just, it was Rivals. But the other big thing is that DLC wasn't working on Rivals Rock Band 4 Deluxe on Shad PS4, and so that is a reason for people to upgrade now. That's the reason I'm going to probably update, is so that I can use customs on there, or just some DLC or whatever. But mostly customs. I played through Rocky Drama again. It was a funny time.
I was watching your stream a little bit of that, and I'm not gonna lie, they cooked with that. It was funny.
It was pretty funny.
They cooked. Yeah. They cooked. They did.
And I was saying that, like, if anybody ever plays Rocky Drama sometime in the future, within the next 10 years or something, they're not gonna know what it's parroting. Like, they're not gonna know what that like nobody watches VH1 documentaries anymore. Yeah. That's not a thing that people put on the TV in the back end. When I was growing up as a kid, my dad loved to have that shit on in the background.
My dad still does.
Like the top. Yeah, the top hits of the 90s, where it's just a bunch of like pop culture icons like making fun of, what the hell is he saying in even flow? And it's just stuff like that. Quips, one-liners, that's not a thing. That's not a thing anymore. So
relic of the past.
Relic of the past, yeah. Mm-hmm. Much like a lot of these games are.
Yeah.
Perfectly aging themselves, though.
Here's something from the past that has never been done up until last week, and we neglected to mention it because we got onto a different sort of tangent. JPrez got the first ever Through the Fire and Flames Credits FC.
Credits.
Yes, he did.
This has had a long and storied history. This went pretty dormant for most of its life until Soya Desu really started grinding for this, and she got so close.
We had to give that shout out to Soya.
This would not have happened from JPrez had Soya not been putting in all that work this entire past year. Like, I think she 100%. Had like 3 or 4 or 5 maybe even outro chokes. Like, like that part she missed it a couple times. She missed in like the strumming, like the right notes. After the she missed in the strumming, like after the snake.
It's
a few
scary,
times.
Dude.
It's been. I could not imagine the nerves. No,
like, bro,
no meme, no pun intended.
When something has never been done before like that, and it's this old, it's like that shit's scary.
Mm-hmm.
That's a long time.
JPrez said at the end of the video that like he got his first FC of Through the Fire and Flames in like 13 years, a couple hours prior to this. So like he was already hot. He was already feeling it. He had the adrenaline running through his veins still. He was able to get 2 FCs of Flames within a couple hours, and one was technically a first ever because it's. If you guys don't know, if you guys never played through GH3, or if it's been 17 years since you played through GH3, after you beat the devil, after you beat Lou in the guitar battle, you get sent straight into Through the Fire and Flames on your first playthrough of the career. This is what you see. It's a small highway, just as if it was like a 2-player thing, but it's just one highway. So your hyperspeed, thankfully, transfers because hyperspeed doubles in Guitar Hero 3 when you're playing that. So if you have hyperspeed 2 on, and if it's 2-player, it actually goes to hyperspeed 4. So that's very good because if you whatever. But here's the thing: if you miss on Through the Fire and Flames in the credits, you have to quit out entirely. You have to like dashboard, reload your old save, and then beat Lou again. So every restart is going to cost you 7 minutes, maybe.
Shut the Xbox off.
Shut it off. Shut it off.
Yep.
I have a save going right now from when I did the Guitar Hero Gauntlet that I made a duplicate save of where I was right before I beat Lou. So if I ever did want to go for this, I have a save where I could always reload and go back to right before I beat Lou so I could get to the credits. But no, serious props to JPrez, serious props to Soya for making this into a thing that people wanted to see done, because this was very hype.
His video did well too. It's sitting at 19K views. Like I was like, damn, it got some traction. I hope it gets more in the future.
Mm-hmm. For a regular old Through the
Fire,
not regular.
There's not many first evers left.
No, there's not running out. We're certainly running out of first
running
evers.
The fuck out, bro.
There's one more first ever in GH3 that I can think of, and that is the Lou Guitar Battle FC. Never been done.
That's going to require some heavy RNG.
RNG City. Like, is it possible? I was
just going to say.
So
theoretically,
you have to pray that the only abilities that you get hit with are lefty and amp overload.
or double notes
some
if it's
sort
in a
of
slow
some
section.
sort of variation of string breaker where it doesn't require you to completely miss.
Even still, that's string breaker. That's a GG pretty much. Whammy, instant GG.
There's other first evers that we can go for that aren't Guitar Hero, like Mission Black. That's a good one.
You're right,
so
though.
True.
Nice transition.
Somehow, hey, last week we were talking about like first ever's power gig because Sleeperwave got the Retribution FC first ever, and we were like Mission Black, Popstar Guitar. Nah, that'll never
gonna happen.
Anyways, here's Bong of Destiny, pretty much FCing the hardest part of the song. I don't understand.
That clip is crazy.
This blew my fucking mind when I first saw this.
Yeah. Maybe we got to just try it on real ass hardware. I think that's what I'm going to do.
I've been playing on real ass hardware. It ain't easier. I promise you that. It still runs at 30 hertz or 30 FPS. It feels like ass. And let me tell you, as soon as you see this part come up, it's like, okay, I'm going to pray. I'll maybe hit 5 notes, miss 1 note, you're never getting back in. It's impossible to get back in. If you miss a single note, it's over for you.
I think
it sucks so bad.
The way that the quad zig just like wraps around is so cursed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It goes like yeah, and it's like green, blue, yellow, red, yellow, blue, green. That's a quad right there.
Basically, it's a red, yellow, blue, orange quad zig, except for replace the orange with the green.
Yeah,
it's gross.
So,
but there's motion on Mission Black. There's like 4 people that have been trying Mission Black this past week.
Now, this is all gonna accumulate and it's all gonna build up until somebody starts trying the Andromeda keys charts.
Oh,
that's probably the absolute last of the last. And I'm honestly willing to bet that if people just let up and go like, yeah, go ahead, use a fucking Arduino, use a fucking Sandroller guitar, or go ahead, play on emulator at 75 hertz. We'll see it done. I don't think the 75 hertz thing is going to happen.
I think if Will still played, Tony, you said willing. I think if Will still played, he might have eventually done it.
This is so fucked. I just looked up Another Step by Andromeda. Ace Zero has a video of this from November 16th, 2022, almost 3 years ago. First ever keys gold star, 96%.
Yeah.
It was just 3 years ago.
Yeah.
That's insane.
See where the hard part is. How far into the song is it? It's a long song. I've actually never played this song, so I don't know the layout. His
reaction to hitting it is crazy.
Here it is.
Jam A? Yeah.
Yeah. He jumps out of his chair.
He gets a good-ass run on Jam A.
Justified reaction, honestly.
But yeah, it's between this and Another Step. And, sorry. This and fucking Veil of Illumination Part 2.
Yes.
Veil of Illumination Part 2 also had its first ever gold star pretty recently. I don't know about very recently. But I think that's Keys gold star. Who did that? Was that Bryce that did that? It was Bryce. And this was done 2 years ago. And this Veil of Illumination Part 2 Keys has all the hard bullshit in the beginning. So this by all means might be a little bit more doable than Another Step, because Another Step, Jam A and B, happen about 5.5 minutes, 6.5 minutes into the song.
Yeah, that's
and there's like a frame perfect burst,
Bryce is
which
fucking
is
nuts,
not
man.
great.
Mm-hmm.
But Veil of Illumination Part 2, this is it sucks to say it, but like it is more doable than it is objectively more doable than Another Step. I mean, I could be fucking wrong.
It's more easy to grind because it's less punishing for a miss.
Yeah, I mean, like the same goes for F-Sing Devil Battle in GH3. You don't have to sit around for 7 minutes waiting for your next chance to go.
Mm-hmm.
Just go, restart.
Yeah, restart.
Go.
You're there. So, it's not like F-Seeing Flames credits.
Yeah, no, but man, this shit's crazy. All this shit's crazy. We're actually narrowing down all the last of the 5-fret FCs.
Yeah, so we got to give another shout out to Sleeperwave too, because he now has the full library FC of Power Gig. He rounded out. He has every FC in the game, including all the Lost DLC. He got the Tornado of Souls FC.
That Tornado of Souls video is insane, dude.
Yeah, this was a DLC nobody even knew about existing until we just found it on a partner net hard drive or something like that. It's a cool chart. It's fun to play.
Yeah,
it's like it's at a comfortable enough speed where strumming everything is actually viable, and you have to do it anyways, pretty much. But like, it doesn't feel bad. Like Retribution feels bad how fast you have to do that, but this is like, well, this feels good. This is like GH1-esque until the end.
I'm gonna have to load up that shit. Maybe not, because it's Power Gig. I hate playing that game.
You should. It's fun.
Sure. You like that game? What are you talking about?
Do it. It's fun.
Sure. It's a good game.
I know you want to.
Great.
I know you want to.
I really don't.
All right, whatever you say, man. Would you rather play Guitar Hero 1? I realize we've only mentioned it, but we haven't actually fully talked about it necessarily. But Guitar Hero 1 turned 20 years old. And there was a TV show that like talked about it at length for 20 or no.
It was a Spanish
Spanish
tech TV show. So they talk about all things technology related and stuff. And one of my viewers is like, "Yo, this is a local station," or like, this is like one of the stations that I watch, and they actually put him in the video, which was cool. But then also they were talking. They started all the way at the beginning talking about like Guitar Hero 1 and going all the way into the community side of things, showing a Clone Hero video that I made. They showed one of my Clone Hero videos from my second channel, which is fucking bizarre. They're also showing like beta Rock Band 1 footage and E3 World Tour footage. Brian Bright is there. Like,
it's a surprisingly
they're just
comprehensive look.
Yeah, better than what you said. The Verge had a podcast episode about
there was another
Guitar Hero and stuff.
The Verge did an episode of a podcast. I think it was called Version History. Where they talked about Guitar Hero at length, and I watched that for about 20-ish minutes, but I didn't finish it, partially because I had to do something else, but also partially because it just wasn't that good. Like, you could tell that their heart and soul wasn't in it a whole lot. Like, there were a couple of just factual errors that are like, one of them said like, "Oh yeah, Back in Black in Guitar Hero, that was like an iconic one." Like, that was never in Guitar Hero, bro. You're reading the oral history of Guitar Hero, and you read the part about how Back in Black was like one of their test songs, one of their first test songs, and you didn't actually realize that Back in Black wasn't in a game officially. It was just a test song. So like, either he misinterpreted what he read, or he's just a fraud watch and he never actually played guitar. Stuff like that. There was other stuff like that where I was like, no, not for me. So
that's too bad.
Feel free to watch that Verge one if you want. I didn't finish it. There's probably more of that stuff, but I didn't feel like they truly had their heart and soul into it.
That's a bummer. I saw it.
That is a bummer.
I didn't check it out. Bummer.
Yeah, it's funny because there's a comment on there from 3 days ago that says, "Should have called the lore hero, guys."
I saw that. That was funny.
That's very kind. That's extremely kind.
That's so kind.
There's like one or two like that. Let me sort by newest.
Yeah, let me pull
it up here. That's right.
I will say something about Back in Black. I believe the Guitar Hero 1 remaster that Laidback Legato is making is going to have that as a bonus song, as a nod to the fact that it wasn't a test. I hope Dope Nose is in there too. But yeah, Back in Black is definitely going to be in there because JC Lexicon actually saw in a still of the trailer of that Guitar Hero 1 remaster, below Triplet and Graveyard Shift, there's Back in Black in the song select menu. So I thought that's a cool nod.
That's neat.
I think that's like a cool nod to the history of Guitar Hero, and I am very excited. I am pretty fucking excited for that Guitar Hero 1 remaster thing.
Yeah, that's cool.
Especially after all the the whole like Patreon thing, all that controversy got sorted out and stuff too. Because I'd rather not get into that, but there was originally it was going to be like a paid mod, and I think they some sense was talked into the guy making the mod, and it seems like it actually did go through because I don't see a link to a Patreon anywhere. I don't see that anywhere. But that's just hopeful thinking, and I hope all the best for that mod too.
I feel like paid mods are like, it goes against the spirit of modding.
Now, okay, I don't want to dwell on this topic too much, but it's like someone also compared, and I thought about this, comparing chart commissions to like a paid mod.
In a way.
And in a way, I get it. But then there's also the notion of, if I want something, I know what's going to get it done. If I pay somebody to do it. I think like charting is an art form.
Individual task.
Charting is an art form, I think.
It is an art form. Modding is an art form, for that matter. But I'm not commissioning.
Modding is an art
mod
form
this
too.
game
yes.
for me, so I can play these songs in this game.
I'll pay you $10,000 to mod this game. Thank you, sir.
But I think a lot of it.
I'm just paying $20 for this funny meme chart.
Yeah. I mean, it's an interesting discussion to have, because coming from a community where we're all like community, we're community strong and all this stuff. It's like, people will have their opinions about like, oh yeah, should I pay this guy to chart a song? It's like, is this charter any good and all this like stuff? I don't know how people stand when it comes to, paid chart commissions and stuff like that. Or like, I don't think I've seen paid mods. Like the only paid mod I ever saw was like that GH1 remaster, and there's enough pushback on it to where like I don't see anything about it anymore, so I'm not going to think about it. I think it's been a thing in Milo hacks to where like they made an absolute rule. It's like, we don't charge for this.
Yeah, also
we just do
this. You need to make that abundantly clear, because that then does get you in legal trouble if you're selling that.
Right. Exactly.
Because then you're selling a game that's not yours, and that belongs to somebody else, and they would legally be entitled to whatever profits you gain from it.
There are people that sell Legend of Zelda mods. There are people that sell Mario mods. How stupid can you be to do that? Like, but they get away with
Nintendo? I don't know, bro.
Yeah,
that sounds like a
bad idea.
It's crazy. I mean, I know for a fact people charge for Elden Ring mods. There are Elden Ring mods that people charge for. There's a fucking VR mod that people charge for.
Hey, whatever, man. It's one of those things where if anybody ever wonders why Clone Hero never charged money, even though it's not technically a mod, right?
They don't own everything that they would be selling.
Right.
So
I think that would be...
I think in the very, very, very early ages of Yarg, Elite Asian, he thought about a Patreon, but then there's enough pushback, or enough talking to him, not pushback, really. It was just like, hey, man, this is something really fucking awesome, and all this stuff. It's like, I think you can do this without a Patreon. And like this had to have been like March 2023 when Yarg first came out. So, and yeah, I just remember that whole thing going down. And so it's like, it's not really so unspoken, but it's almost like we all kind of stand on our own grounds here. It's like, hey, we don't do this. We don't do this type of thing here. Like, I think people get it. But then, I'm not going to knock people for like a charting commission.
I'm not going to say that you don't deserve money for the work that you did. I won't say that.
100%.
Yeah, I won't say that. I won't say that. Like, if I owe so much to charters that just do it for the love of the game, and
Amen.
I will also be like, make your money, do it. Make your money, because I know the kind of effort that goes into charting. It's very specific things, and you have to have a knack for this sort of thing. You have to tempo map the whole thing. Oh, you're doing lyrics and you're doing drums too. Holy shit, and all this stuff. Oh, you're doing phase shift real drums. Oh my god. Yeah, I'll pay for that or something. It's like, I'm commissioning some stuff myself to get charted, like for full band. Like it's, I think it's all right when it comes to that, but I understand if people feel another way about it.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that people getting paid for their work is a good thing. So
it is.
It's hard.
It's a really weird gray area when it comes to this, though. It's super weird.
It is. It's
I'm
really
sorry
hard.
I put everybody like kind of off balance and stuff, but I think this all kind of ties together with our involvement. Our involvement, with Cracked and Red Octane, and then still continuing to be community moguls, right?
That's
continuing to be
thinking. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah,
dude, it's legitimately like, this ties back immediately to the beginning of the episode where I said, like, thank God that they still allow us to do this. And while I understand like why there's issues with, say, for example, like doing this in general, right? Like most companies would go, fuck that, you're not allowed, something will slip out, and yet still it is an absolute risk, and they're allowing us to. I mean, they don't ever ask us to not cover subjects. They don't ever ask us to say, hey, can you make sure to talk about this way, right? This is still our show. We've not, I don't know if you guys have had this, but I don't think I've had a single person say a single thing about Lore Hero to me since starting.
Nothing in a way of saying you can't talk about this or you should talk about this. Only like, hey, you guys going to do the podcast, right? Or like, you're going to be busy with the podcast? That's the only time that Lore has been mentioned. Or like maybe like Jack said that he watched a video. He sent me a screenshot of something funny that we did in a video at one point. But like that's it. Like they're all very supportive of what we're doing here because they find value in it. That was something that I think we talked about it before on the show. But like when at least when I was getting interviewed for my position at Red Octane Games, like one of the discussions was like, will you still have time to do what you want to do outside of work? I'm like, I think I will. Yeah, we're going to continue the podcast. We want to do that. I'll continue to do streams whenever I can. You know, that won't stop because they want us to continue doing this because what we're doing is valuable the same thing. Keeps the scene alive.
Yep. Yeah, I got asked the same thing when it comes to like my business. You know, like they were like, are you still going to have time to like mod guitars and like sell stuff? And I was like, I think I should be okay. Yeah. You know,
I would venture a guess and say that Sanjay probably had a similar discussion when Sanjay got hired because they made it a point to say Sancho is not going anywhere.
Yeah, I'm the weird one out here because I haven't really been doing consistent content for the last few years because I've been trying to find a way to do something like this, and I see a place for myself in the future doing new content, but that would require, for what I want to do, it would require the things we're working on right now. So
there you go. Good things come to those who wait.
Yeah, it's like I feel like that's where the single best thing that I could do to help everybody in the community right now is be putting my time into that. That's how
lock the fuck in.
Amen. Right. That's why I haven't tweeted in 2 months. Right. Like fuck that.
Hey, we've been locked in, brother.
I don't want to be talking. Right. Like the most yapping I do right now publicly is here with you guys. Right.
It's this and your AEW watch longs. That's basically it.
That's it. Yeah. If I'm lucky to get a drum stream in once every 2-3 weeks, I'm happy. But like, that's it, dude. The game is first and foremost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think my cat agrees. She's yelling.
Yep.
She was yelling at me.
Yeah, I was like, I was like, hey, who that?
My name is
Their time, Dad.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching.
Stop thinking about beep.
Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. It was good. Happy birthday, Guitar Hero 1. If you haven't played the game, go give it a play. Hey, Resyncinator. We should have mentioned this before. If you want to play Guitar Hero 1 and you don't have a PS2, shit on
Resyncinator,
go find the Resyncinator version of that. I think it's on the meets. That'd be the best way to play it on an emulator because
60 ms.
It gets rid of like the built-in delay that the emulator has. 60 milliseconds. Get the Resyncinator 1, Guitar Hero 1. Play it. It's a fun game. Fun little self-contained 4-hour experience. It's fun. Do it. Crack Drums. Congrats to everybody who had cool achievements. Guitar Hero 1 again. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you next week. I don't know.
Thumbs up.
Bye. Recapping everything we did. Bye-bye.